Picture this, you're helping your wife move her grandmother's antique jewelry box when a tiny velvet compartment springs open. Inside, a silver promise ring with the inscription, "Forever yours, Marcus," and your name isn't Marcus. That discovery shattered everything I thought I knew about love and trust. But the ring? That was just the beginning of a deception so intricate it would make a chess master weep. If stories like this fascinate you, hit that subscribe button because today's tale will rewire how you think about the person sleeping next to you. You want to know about that ring? Let me tell you exactly how it felt to watch my perfectly constructed world crumble. My name is Sarah, and for 3 years I maintained the most exhausting performance of my life. Every morning, I brewed coffee to perfection, let classical music drift from the kitchen, and painted that radiant smile across my face. 3 years married to David, and I convinced myself I could juggle two hearts indefinitely. Our wedding photos lined the hallway like evidence of a crime I was still committing. Friends called us relationship goals. My Instagram overflowed with couple selfies and anniversary countdowns. But perfection was my camouflage for the most devastating betrayal. The ring belonged to Marcus Chen, the man I'd been secretly seeing throughout my entire marriage to David. Not just seeing, loving, planning a future with. When David held up that silver band like courtroom evidence, panic flooded my bloodstream. Then muscle memory kicked in, that familiar smile, that practiced explanation. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about that thing. Marcus was this guy I dated briefly in college. Ancient history. The lie tasted like copper pennies. Ancient history? Marcus and I had spent the previous weekend at his downtown loft while David believed I was visiting my sister in Portland. My sister actually lived in Phoenix, but David never verified details like that. His trusting nature made deception insultingly easy. Here's how this happened. Marcus and I were college sweethearts, engaged informally, planning our future. Then he got a job opportunity in Seattle requiring 2 years away. The distance felt insurmountable. We broke up temporarily. I met David during this break. Sweet, trusting David with his journalist instincts and romantic gestures, our whirlwind romance felt like discovering color after years of grayscale. I genuinely loved him differently than Marcus, but authentically. When David proposed, I convinced myself this could work. Maybe love wasn't supposed to be singular, but Marcus returned 8 months into my marriage. He appeared at my Tuesday book club meeting, which was actually me sitting alone in cafes, texting him for hours. Seeing him again ignited every buried emotion. Our connection proved stronger than my willpower or wedding vows. "I thought you'd moved on," he whispered during our first reunion. "You never lost me," I replied, meaning every syllable. So began the most complicated double life imaginable. David thought my Tuesday book clubs were intellectual pursuits. My weekend visits to Emma in Portland were romantic getaways with Marcus. Work conferences became couples retreats. Every lie required 3 additional lies for support. The emotional betrayal cut deeper than physical infidelity. I complained to Marcus about David's career ambitions, mocked his romantic gestures, shared intimate bedroom details. To Marcus, David wasn't my husband. He was a temporary obstacle to our eventual future. Marcus and I shared credit cards, vacation expenses, even a joint savings account David never discovered. We discussed wedding venues, debated baby names, argued about holiday plans. Meanwhile, David planned anniversary surprises and talked about buying houses. The most devastating part? I was genuinely happy with both of them. David provided stability and domestic bliss. Marcus offered passion and soul-deep connection. I convinced myself this arrangement could continue indefinitely, 2 different versions of love existing in carefully separated universes, until that velvet compartment betrayed my secret. But David's perspective tells the rest better than mine ever could.
Monday brought my first real investigation. During lunch, I searched Marcus among Sarah's Facebook friends. Within minutes, I'd found him. Marcus Chen, 29, software developer. Relationship status, it's complicated. His recent posts showed locations I recognized: our farmer's market, our coffee shop, our special hiking trail. My journalist instincts awakened with uncomfortable intensity. I started noticing overlooked details. Sarah's phone remained permanently attached to her person. Her Tuesday book clubs became remarkably frequent. Those classical music mornings evolved into silent breakfasts where she scrolled through messages, occasionally smirking. 2 weeks later, Sarah announced a family emergency requiring immediate departure to visit Emma in Portland. She'd drive overnight, return Sunday. Her explanation contained authentic-sounding specifics: Emma's job interview crisis, apartment hunting assistance. Except Emma lived in Phoenix. I knew because I'd mailed her a birthday gift last month. Friday evening after Sarah's departure, I drove to Marcus's downtown loft. His silver Honda occupied guest parking. Sarah's blue Subaru sat directly beside it. My hands trembled photographing both vehicles, concrete evidence preserved in pixels. Saturday, I drove to Sarah's book club address. The location led to a residential street with no bookstore, no community center, nothing. At 7:15 p.m., Sarah's car pulled into the driveway of number 847. She emerged wearing an emerald dress I'd never seen. Marcus appeared at the door, greeting her with an embrace lasting 15 seconds too long. Through the living room window, I watched them move with practiced familiarity. This wasn't recent affair or momentary weakness. Their interactions suggested established intimacy, shared routines, genuine comfort. Sunday evening, Sarah returned with carefully crafted Portland stories and phone photos, scenic views, coffee shop selfies, sisterly embraces. The deception was thorough, premeditated, almost artistic. That night, while she showered, I examined her phone. Her birthday worked as the password on the third attempt. Message threads with Marcus painted their relationship's complete picture. They'd been together 4 years, 1 year longer than our marriage. Weekend getaways I'd believed were work conferences, evening dates disguised as book clubs, intimate conversations that revolted my stomach. But the most devastating discovery wasn't their physical affair, it was emotional betrayal embedded in every message. Sarah complained about our marriage, mocked my ambitions, shared private details. To Marcus, I wasn't her husband, I was an inconvenience blocking their future. Monday morning, I placed the promise ring beside her coffee cup. Tell me about Marcus. This time, her composure cracked completely. The perfection mask shattered, revealing something raw and desperate. She began with denials, then partial truths, finally elaborate justifications. You don't understand our situation, she pleaded. Marcus and I have history, real history. We're married, Sarah. How does that complicate anything? She explained their timeline with disturbing honesty. College sweethearts, informal engagement, planned future, Marcus's Seattle opportunity. Their temporary breakup, my role as placeholder during his absence. I never stopped loving him, she whispered, but I loved you too. Differently, but genuinely. I thought I could make this work. Make what work? Keeping both of us indefinitely? Sarah had tried ending things with Marcus initially, committed to making our relationship succeed. But their connection proved stronger than marriage vows. I was going to tell you eventually. I just needed time to figure everything out. Eventually. After how many years of systematic deception? 6 months later, I'm living in a different apartment, rebuilding trust one day at a time. Divorce proceedings revealed additional financial deceptions, shared credit cards, secret expenses, joint accounts I'd never known existed. Sarah and Marcus are together now, officially. Their social media displays the same romantic aesthetics that once characterized our relationship. Sometimes I wonder if he realizes she wore his promise to another man throughout our entire marriage. The silver band sits in my desk drawer, a reminder of how thoroughly someone can deceive the person who loves them most. Sarah didn't just cheat. She orchestrated an elaborate double life spanning years, complete with manufactured alibis and constructed lies. But here's what haunts me. If that compartment hadn't accidentally opened, how much longer would this have continued? Would I still be living that fabricated happiness, completely unaware of the performance occurring around me? Some discoveries destroy everything. Others reveal that everything was already destroyed, you just didn't know it yet. If this story resonated with you, share your thoughts below. Sometimes knowing you're not alone helps heal the damage. Subscribe for more stories exploring the complicated nature of human relationships. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves out there.